एंड वेलकम टू अनदर एपिसोड ऑफ हेडलाइन कैनेडा। मैं हाँ रुपिंदर कौर। प्रोग्राम विच अज असीं मुलाकात करन जा रहे हैं दो अहम शख्सियतां नाल जो होटल इंडस्ट्री नाल जुड़ियां होईयां ने। जी हाँ, गलबात करांगे कुलदीप शर्मा हु इज़ प्रेजिडेंट एंड CEO ऑफ क्राउन ग्रुप ऑफ होटल्स एंड इंक। इस दे नाल ही उन्हां दे बेटे समीर शर्मा हु इज़ डायरैक्टर ऑफ क्राउन ग्रुप ऑफ होटल्स इंक। सो पेश है खास मुलाकात इन्हां दो शख्सियतां दे नाल। इस वेले सारे नाल ने प्रेजिडेंट एंड CEO ऑफ क्राउन ग्रुप ऑफ होटल्स इंक कुलदीप शर्मा। हेलो एंड वेलकम टू BDC। कुलदीप जी, ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ 2002 ਵਿੱਚ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ मूव ਹੋਈ ਸੀ, ਬਟ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਰਨੀ ਬਾਰੇ ਜਾਨਣਾ ਚਾਹਾਂਗੇ। ਜਿਵੇਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਨਾਲ ਰਿਲੇਟਡ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਲਾਈਫ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ 2002 ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ, ਉਹ ਜਰਨੀ ਬਾਰੇ ਜਾਨਣਾ ਚਾਹਾਂਗੇ।
सो रुपिंदर जी, मेरे फादर आर्मी ऑफिसर थे, तो पैसा नहीं था हम लोगों के पास। सो मैंने सर्विस इंडस्ट्री में स्टेप लिया था अपने करियर में। सो आई स्टार्टेड अ सिक्योरिटी कंपनी एंड दैट ओवर द इयर्स बिकेम वेरी बिग। हमारे पास एट माई पीक 10-12 हज़ार एम्प्लॉयज़ थे, पैन इंडिया ऑपरेशन। तो काफ़ी अच्छा काम हमारा चला। आई वाज वन ऑफ द पायनियर्स एंड इन दिस इंडस्ट्री इन इंडिया। तो 2002 व्हेन आई केम हियर, यहाँ की इकॉनमी देख के मैंने कहा कि इससे तो बेटर है मैं वहीं से पैसा बनाता रहूँ। तो 10 साल तक फिर मैंने इंडिया ही काम किया।
बैक होम से आपने
बैक होम से हम भी जस्ट लिव्ड हियर, और खर्चा भी ज़्यादा नहीं था हमारा, और जितना थोड़ा चाहिए होता था इतना मेरे पास वहाँ से पैसे आ जाते थे। ये तो बच्चे जब बड़े हो गए फिर हमने फिनिश द यूनिवर्सिटी, तो हमने फिर बिजनेस करने का सोचा यहाँ पर।
सर्विस इंडस्ट्री तो लैके तुसी हॉस्पिटैलिटी इंडस्ट्री वाला है एक टर्न ट्विस्ट असीं कह सकते हैं कि तुहाडी लाइफ विच आया। बट कहते जो भी कोई नवे इमिग्रेंट आते हैं उन्होंने बेशक तुसी बैक होम तो अर्न करते रहे, बट एक स्ट्रगल तो गुजरना पैंदा है कि वो स्ट्रगल तुहाडी लाइफ विच भी आया बिफोर यू स्टार्टेड दिस होटल? स्ट्रगल
तो था जी, स्ट्रगल हर एक को ही मिलता है। बिना स्ट्रगल के कुछ भी नहीं होता लाइफ में। एंड फ़र्क कितना है कि मैंने अपना स्ट्रगल इंडिया में किया। यहाँ जितने भी सक्सेसफुल लोग हैं उन सबके बड़े हम्बल स्टार्ट्स थे। मोस्टली $5, $20, $50 लेके आए थे लोग। मैंने भी इक्विवेलेंट ऑफ $20 से अपना बिजनेस शुरू किया था इन द लेट 70s। सो स्ट्रगल मेरी फ़र्क यह है कि इंडिया में हुई, यहाँ पर मेरे ट्रांसफरेबल स्किल्स। फॉर्चुनेटली आप यहाँ देखते हो डॉक्टर्स, इंजीनियर्स, हाईली क्वालिफाइड प्रोफेशनल्स टैक्सीज चलाते हैं यहाँ पर, बिकॉज यहाँ रिकग्नाइज नहीं करते। फॉर्चुनेटली मेरे काम में मुझे किसी की रिकग्निशन चाहिए नहीं थी, बिकॉज आई हैड ट्रांसफरेबल स्किल्स फ्रॉम इंडिया। वही मैंने यहाँ पर हॉस्पिटैलिटी में लगाए एंड बहुत अच्छा काम किया हमने। और जो 40 साल से हॉस्पिटैलिटी इंडस्ट्री में है कनाडा में, उनसे बेटर काम करा हमने और करवाया मैंने अपने बच्चों से। माई डॉटर शिवानी शर्मा गुप्ता, नाउ शी इज़ मैरिड टू अ लॉयर, एंड माई सन समीर, दे रन माई एंटायर ऑपरेशंस। मैं तो घूमने में लगा रहता हूँ विथ मी एंड माई वाइफ।
जी, बट 2013 ਵਿੱਚ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਕਿ ਹਸਪਿਟੈਲਿਟੀ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਾਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ, ਹੋਟਲਸ ਦੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂਆਤ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ, ਤਾਂ ਆਲਰੇਡੀ ਇੱਕ ਕੰਪੀਟੀਟਿਵ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਹੈ। ਕੰਪੀਟੀਟਿਵ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਐਸਟੈਬਲਿਸ਼ ਕਰਨਾ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ मतलब कि वो ब्रांड जो है वो रिकग्नाइज किया जाए, इस बारे जानना चाहूँगी।
ऐसा है कि जब मैंने लाइफ शुरू करी थी इंडिया में तो उस वक्त पैसे नहीं थे, लेकिन जब मैंने कनाडा में बिज़नेस शुरू किया तो मेरे पास पैसे थे। सो मैंने बेस्ट होटल लिया ब्रैम्पटन का, ये लकीली फॉर सेल आया था, तो उस वक्त हमने वो प्राइस दी इसकी जो कोई नहीं दे पा रहा था। और जब अच्छे ब्रांड्स और फ्लैग होटल्स आप लेते हो तो उनकी सेंट्रल रिजर्वेशन से आपको काफ़ी हेल्प मिलती है। तो आई डोंट नीड टू नो पीपल हेयर, सेंट्रल रिजर्वेशन गिव्स मी ऑल माय बिजनेस। और आज भी ये सबसे बड़ा, सबसे मोस्ट रेप्यूटेड एंड बेस्ट होटल है ब्रैम्पटन का। सारे इंडिया से सेलिब्रिटीज़ आती हैं, हमारे पास ही रहती हैं, एंड आई टेक ग्रेट प्राइड इन दैट।
जी, इसके अलावा ब्रैम्पटन तो अलावा भी ब्रैंडफर्ड विच ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਹੋਟਲਸ ਹੈਗੇ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਵੈਂਚਰਸ ਹੈਗੇ ਹੈ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਹੋਟਲ ਤੋਂ ਮਤਲਬ ਇਸ ਹੋਟਲ ਨੂੰ ਹੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵੈਂਚਰਸ ਤੋਂ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਸ਼ੀਏਟ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ?
So actually how we work is we work above property level. तो हम लोगों ने एक अपना कॉर्पोरेट ऑफिस बनाया है, हम वहाँ से प्रोफेशनल्स रखे हुए हैं मैंने, डायरेक्टर्स इन फाइनेंस, इन ऑपरेशंस, और हम लोग अलग अलग फ्लैग्स हमने लिए हुए हैं। वी हैव अ बेस्ट वेस्टर्न, वी हैव अ हैम्पटन इन एंड स्वीट्स बाय हिल्टन इन बेरी, वी हैव क्वालिटी होटल इन बर्लिंगटन, वी हैव क्वालिटी होटल इन सारनिया। सो every hotel is managed by a general manager. तो it's not difficult, especially जब मुझे अब ये समझ आ गया कि at least I'm good in delegation. I can delegate a lot of work to people and trust them with it.
ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਸਟਮਰ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੀਏ, ਕਸਟਮਰਸ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣਾ ਇੱਕ ਫਰੀडम ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਨਾਲੇ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਅਪਡੇਟ, ਕਿ ਉਹ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਇੱਕ ਆਪਣੀ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਵੇਸੀ ਮੇਨਟੇਨ ਹੋਏ, ਇੱਕ ਫਰੀडम ਹੋਏ, ਨਾਲੇ ਉਹ ਪੂਰਾ अपग्रेडेड होए, ਉਹ ਪੂਰਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪ੍ਰੈਮਿਸਿਸ ਹੈਗਾ ਅਪਗ੍ਰੇਡਡ ਹੋਏ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਨਾਲ। ਇਸ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਸਰਵਿਸਿਜ਼ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ?
On technology, देखो जी, we have, since we are working with best hotels, hotel names, Mariott, Hilton, they have their best technologies in the world. You know, you can check in from your cell phones, the best of softwares. We use all that technology, the best in the world. And we don't have to do anything ourselves because a franchise gives us everything.
जी, ਅਸੀਂ ਕਾਫੀ ਹੋਟਲਸ ਵੇਖੇ ਨੇ, ਬਟ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਹੋਟਲ ਦੀ ਲੌਬੀ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੀਏ ਤਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਇੱਕ ਲਾਈਵਲੀ ਫੀਲ ਹੈ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਰਟ ਐਂਡ ਇੱਥੇ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ, ਬਹੁਤ ਲਾਈਵਲੀ ਐਟਮੋਸਫੇਅਰ ਕ੍ਰੀਏਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਦੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਕੀ ਕਾਰਨ ਹੈ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਬਾਕੀ ਹੋਟਲਸ ਦੀ ਲੌਬੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇਖੀ ਹੈ?
ਜੀ, lobby is actually, you're very right, very welcoming, and this is one of the reasons this Courtyard Mariott stands out as the best and #1 in North America out of more than 1,000 hotels. Plus we have wonderful staff and team here, so bada welcoming feel, you know, is that feel is always there from us, from the building, from the ambience and aura of the whole place, and we acquired it as it was.
ਜੀ, ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਹੋਰ ਕੀ ਹਾਈਲਾਈਟਸ ਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਹੋਟਲ ਦੀ?
We have, I think, largest rooms, number of rooms, central location, and the best name.
ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਕਿ ਐਸੇ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਨਾਲ, ਹੋਟਲ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਐਸੋਸੀਏਟਿਡ ਹੈ। ਵਾਟ ਇਜ਼ ਦ ਰੀਜ਼ਨ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਵੀ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਐਸੇ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਫੋਲੋ ਕਰਨ ਬਾਰੇ ਸੋਚਿਆ? ਵਾਜ਼ ਇਟ ਅ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਐਂਡ ਦੇ ਵਾਂਟਡ ਟੂ ਗੈਟ ਇਨਟੂ ਇਟ, ਔਰ ਦੇ ਰੀਅਲੀ ਵਾਂਟਡ to get into the hospitality industry?
I got into this because I was used to being an ornamental head back home by the time I came to Canada. So I had less work at my level. And that is why I got into hotels, because I didn't want to do too much of work. But as far as my children are concerned, I'm in this business because of them, because they like doing what they do, and they take me to new heights every time. My daughter Shivani, she got us the gold award at the first hotel we bought in Burlington, the Quality Hotel. Hotel Planner, a very well-known group, they found us the #1 hotel and the only hotel in choice group worldwide in group bookings 2 years ago. So that was a very nice achievement. Choice Hotels gave us the gold award, and that was her first job as a general manager in a hotel. She's now way above that. So we have a full-time general manager there now. So they are doing a great job and they love what they do.
Apart from this, what else is planned and what else is there in the pipeline? ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਹੁਣ future projects ਕੀ ਰਹਿਣਗੇ? ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ expand ਕਰਨ ਬਾਰੇ ਸੋਚ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਹੋਰ ਹਿੱਸੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੋਈ ਹੋਰ project ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ?
See, the expansion is existence. So I'm very sure this will be an ongoing process. I'm sure we have 5 hotels today. One day we're going to have 50 or 500. I may not be there, but the legacy will continue through Shivani and Samir, my children.
Definitely, the legacy will continue.
Okay.
And thank you so much for talking to us, and we wish you all the very best.
Thank you, Rupinderji. Thank you.
So in this segment, joining with us, Samir Sharma. Hello, Samir, and welcome to PDC.
Thank you for having me, Rupinderji.
Yeah. Samir, you came in Canada when you was 10 years old, and then you joined your family business, the hotel industry. Is this really you wanted to do, or just you joined this because that was their family business?
You know, I always wanted to join a family business. I always wanted to do business, even as a child. So my father's business was back home in India, but living in Canada, I didn't get the opportunity to work in something that we had here. So the only option that we had was to develop a business here. So getting into hospitality was a family decision for us and always something that my father wanted to do. And luckily it worked out that my sister and I fit into the role very well, and it matches our personalities of hospitality, and we were able to take the reins and take it further. So now we're full-time into the business and working on expansion.
Mm-hmm. And you got your qualifications from University of Toronto, and then you joined your sister as a manager, right?
Correct. So University of Toronto is where I studied, following which I joined my sister at the first hotel. I worked under her for the first year, just to understand and learn, as she knew a bit more than I did at the time. And yeah, just quick learning and quick learning curve, especially in a family business. It's always a different and unique experience as opposed to working in one of the larger other companies. But joining a family business is a pleasure in its own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But beginning your journey with the family business and working under your sister, how the experience was?
You know, it's not for everybody, I'll tell you that. It's nice to work in family, but it comes with its own pros and cons, so you have to be cognizant of other people's views. And you have to understand that the family growth and the business growth is more important than personal opinions sometimes. So as long as you run a professional organization and you keep business and emotions, sort of aside, you can do very well. And as a family business, it can't get better. In fact, work doesn't stop even when we go home, where oftentimes we find ourselves discussing a lot about work. So.
But when your family bought this hotel in 2013, almost 1 year you was working with your sister, and here you came as general manager.
Right.
Because at that time you bought this hotel and the general manager left, you joined here as a general manager. But we lost of work at that time, and
it was very hectic because my sister was also getting married the second week after the purchase of this hotel. So it was quite a busy time, and we had to learn everything about the operations here, as well as organize everything for all the guests that flew in for the wedding. We had over 600 people, almost 70 of which that came from overseas. So we really had to look after everybody and make sure that while work doesn't stop, we are good hosts to everybody.
Yeah, and we can see that in this hotel it has a very lively atmosphere. The lobby is very lively, the art of work which is presented, it's really commendable. We don't see these kind of lobbies or this kind of atmosphere in other hotels.
Right, so there's when you're working with brands, they require you to work at a certain level, and what we experience from our global travels is what we like to incorporate into our hotels. So whatever we learn from across the world, we want to make sure that we give it to our guests in our hotels. And as soon as you walk in through the front, there's nothing that replaces your first experience. So your first impression. So it's very important to hit all the senses. It has to smell nice. It has to look appealing. When you come in, oftentimes you should smell a nice perfume or a cologne, or you should
and a
smell
welcoming
something,
atmosphere.
or a welcoming atmosphere, or you should smell something that we're cooking in the kitchen. So you'd want to make it come down for something to have dinner at the restaurant. So, all the senses are very important. Our bed sheets have to be soft, the rooms have to be clean. It has to be a pleasant experience for everybody throughout all our properties. As you'll also notice if you go to any of our hotels, the music in our lobbies, we ensure that in the evening hours, especially when guests are checking in and want to mix and mingle or have some guests over, there's always good lively music playing that encourages a good conversation. So it makes it a good welcoming atmosphere and gives it a fancy feel.
Today you are at the position of the Vice President and Chairman, but you began as a manager. So how challenging it was, or you must have faced some challenges in your life so far in this journey?
Leading the organization in his absence, I'm sure he must have already mentioned he's quite a traveler. So he's already traveled in the first 6 months, 8 weeks, and has about 9-10 weeks further travels in the year. So the growth has been exponential, I'd say, for the past few years. In just 4 years, we have 5 properties now. We've got an employee strength of just under 300 people, and we're managing just under 600 rooms. So, 300 people, staff, 600 rooms, that means we're checking in almost 1,500 guests a night every single day of the year. So, it can be overwhelming if you look at it that perspective, but that's what the 300 people are for. So everyone's doing an excellent job. They're all experienced in their own fields, and we value each and every person that works with us. We treat them like extended family, and in return, the guests get a good experience through our staff.
And your family is associated with top 4-5 brands. What else is planned in the pipeline?
So right now we're working with Mariott, Hilton, Best Western, and Choice. We're really looking forward to working with IHG. It's one of the brands that we haven't worked with. IHG is Holiday Inn. So at some point in the future, I can see ourselves, expanding into IHG. Also, as a business, we are a business at the end of the day. So while hospitality is our preference, we are hoping to expand at some point in the future and really preserve and secure the company for the future in terms of any downturn in the industry. We ensure that the company stays as strong as it is today.
And we have seen you and your brand, this hotel, associated with other events like it's ICCC or IFSA or PIF. Is it something like giving back to the community?
Of course, giving back to the community is very, very important. We're all part of it. We all live in it. So, Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce, beauty pageants. We've sponsored many beauty pageants and taken part as judges as well. Miss India Canada, Miss India Canada Worldwide. Miss South Asia Canada coming up later this year in August. Community events, we've got Region of Peel doing the Olympics later this year, and we're taking part in that. We're sponsoring an athlete for that as well. And the sponsorships really, while it does help one particular organization, it's more about giving back to the community. It's about keeping our role intact, whether it's International Film Festival of South Asians, also the Punjabi International Film Festival. Whether it's films, beauty pageants, community events, charity events, volunteer events. We want to make sure that we're helping out, as you look up to certain companies and you want to make sure that they take care of you as they grow, and we want to play that part. When we look up to larger companies, we feel that they should do this, they should do that. So we want to make sure we live up to the expectations that people have of us as well.
True. And we see a family picture in this magazine. Can you tell us the story about this?
So here we have a national publishing from Canadian Lodging News, and they've just featured us on their front page. This actually highlights that the Crown Group of Hotels is run by the millennials, which is my sister and I. So we're taking over the business and really giving a millennial approach to our business. So they've covered us here. This particular one is a restaurant that we opened in our Best Western Brantford, and this is actually named after my sister's daughter, Myra. So Myra Gupta, and the restaurant is Myra's Bar and Grill. And yeah, just a little bit of a feature on my sister and I as well. And just going over how our approach has been and what all have we been involved in. In terms of just acquisitions is not everything that we're focusing on. So what I was mentioning earlier was that we like to improve on the asset that we purchase and acquire. So every single hotel that we've gone to, we've renovated and made it better for the guest. And we're currently managing multi-million in renovation as well at our Hampton Inn in Barrie. We've just finished a multi-million renovation here. So really it's about giving back not only to the community, to the guest as well.
To the guest as
you
well,
take
yeah.
care of the guests, you take care of the staff, and you're part of the community. I mean, we want to make sure that we're encompassing each part of society.
Yeah. Well, on that note, we wish you all the very best, and may that legacy take it forward. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.